Hello, everyone. We are at the Everest Group coverage for Zero Trust World in Orlando. I'm here with Rob, who's the Chief Product Officer. How has been the show, Rob, for you?
Show's been fantastic, phenomenal. All of our attendees seem to be extremely happy. They've got a lot from it. And as I said, kudos to our marketing department, our devs who worked so hard to get the products ready in time. It's been great success.
Sure. One of the things, Rob, which Zero Trust or in general, Zero Trust adoption faces is challenges with enterprise. See around this is be where to get started. They're always confused. Change management is difficult. They have huge legacy debt as well. So what are a couple of challenges you see in your enterprise clients, which you are trying to solve for?
Well, I suppose inertia is always the biggest obstacle. We haven't had a breach, we haven't had a problem, nothing's gone wrong in life. We change. It's a sad fact that in a lot of cases it takes an event for a breach or something bad happening for them to actually realize they have to do something different. I suppose one of the effectives of what we do is about not getting in the way, not changing what it does, not stopping people from doing their jobs, because ultimately enterprises need people to be able to do their jobs. And it's one of the beauties of what we do is typically for 98% of users, we're just not going to get their way because it's the same things, we're the same soap every single day. And as long as they stay within those guardrails that are being set around them, they won't know threat is there. Small percentage, developers are a particular challenge when loyalty is negative. But again, it can be done. It's not insurmountable. It's kind of ThreatLocker's unique offering is the fact that we make it achievable, we make it attainable, we make it possible for big and small organizations to implement with Zero Trust.
Sure. And I got a chance to speak to a couple of your enterprises as part of the event, and one of the things which stand out for ThreatLocker and which enterprise call out is the fact that how it limits access to sensitive application for users. Secondly, how it sort of restricts lateral movement, which are basic foundational principle for Zero Trust. What are a couple of other things which enterprises are sort of making are liking about ThreatLocker, or are more keen to from a security posture standpoint adopt, which makes ThreatLocker a choice out there?
Well, I think the unique thing about ThreatLocker is we don't just stop with allow list of your allow list installations out there. Some easier to manage, some easier to use than others. I would argue for what we did as allow listing, we do it better than anyone else. But the fact that we expand on that principle of default deny, default to, as you said, about face and juice, is something that we're moving between programs, stopping the software from being weaponized in the industry. We also apply it to network control. It's a huge thing. A lot of organizations would like to do network segmentation. A lot of organizations don't really have the resources to implement network segmentation. So with our network control, we take that same principle, but we do it from the endpoint. And so basically deny the default group by exception for network graphics, and that stops liability within an environment. Or just some of the aspects of what we do now, it's basically a point protection lab, as I said, every organization, and you use it your.
So Rob, one of the things which I notice about Zero Trust World this time clearly, and this is a stark change and a good change for us, is the fact that there's no AI washing happening here as out there in the industry. So I just want to ask you a question that in terms of your enterprise not asking you to take leverage from AI and make it part of the product so that things are easier for them, is this by choice A? Secondly, if yes, then what's your thought process on the entire industry which is trying to be an AI arms race?
Well, yes, the answer to the first question is it is very much by choice. Interestingly, so I've had conversations with hundreds of people since I've been here. You were the only ones that mentioned AI to me. I think that's interesting. But it's not something, fundamentally, the reasons that AI will be leveraged for large and cybersecurity tools is about assisting in decision making or making decisions fundamentally from people's behalves. One of the beauties about what we do at ThreatLocker is we don't require decisions to be made about what's good and what's bad. People by their defaults, those decisions are fundamentally irrelevant. In terms of the industry and the AI arms race, it is literally that. With the entire largely the entire cybersecurity industry is an AI. I'm sorry, it's our AI is that they are even would fundamentally be seem to forget that realistically AI is just so vital to be used against you as it is to protect you. It's not a arms race. I feel we need to enter behind the embarrassed takes.
Sure. Thanks, Rob, for your time. I appreciate the very welcome conversation. Hope you have a good rest of the week. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much.